What's up guys, welcome back to Aquatic Elements. As you can see behind me, today is the Thailand vlog number 2 and today we are at Chonko fish farm. So this is another fancy goldfish farm. I'm going to be giving you a tour around this facility. Now this one's slightly different to Nana fish farm that we went to in the first vlog. A little bit smaller, I would say we're probably about half the size. You can see behind me we've got lots of empty ponds ready for fish to go in there. Really similar setup though, we've got the concrete ponds with the water flowing through them. Now there doesn't seem to be as many fish as I've had a really quick walk around there, but let's see what Chonko has to offer. So first off, behind me we've got quite a few empty ponds here, but we also have some short tail Oranda behind me. These mostly panda Oranda, and there's some more panda Oranda in here. Now they also have a few koi at this farm as well. Now I don't know if they specialise in koi or they just maybe sell a few or they're just their personal collection, but they have a few over there. We can see some of the guys bowling up a few fish, having a close look at some of the ranchu, I believe. We've also got some more Oranda over there, and these ponds are probably the same size as Nana's ones, but you can also see that we have some round tanks, and just over there in those central round tanks we've got some varieties that I didn't actually expect to see, so it's going to be interesting to have a look at those. Now just next to me we got some more short tail ranchu, or short tail Oranda I should say, and some slightly longer tail Oranda as well. So let me just flip the camera around. As you can see we got some short tail Oranda here, tricolour and panda, and then we got some slightly longer, I think that we got some rose tail maybe. Yeah, I would say these are mostly rose tail in here. Really nice black one, as you can see there. And this is just down this line of tanks. Now we got some slightly clearer water on this side. We got some more pandas, and then in this one we've got some really big ryukin, as you can see just there. It's quite hard because of the reflection from the water, but you can see we've got the water going in, and then we also got some air stones, and then we've got that central overflow pipe where the water drains down, so it's constantly having a fast trickle in. I think we've got about 12 pieces in here. And then next to me here we got some koi. Looks like we've got a Mukashi Ogon, some Sanki, Deutz Kahaku, we've got a Shira Utsuri, Shira Muji. These guys I would say they're about 60 centimeters, around 2 feet long. And then we've also got some slightly smaller koi next to them here. Another Shiro Utsuri, Hiutsuri, Benigoi, got some Platinum Ogons, a few other varieties in there. Let's walk around, take a look at some more fish around the corner. You can see these are mostly empty, probably ready for new fish to go into. And then these are really interesting tanks, so let's take a look at these and have a look at some of the fish in here. In these tanks behind me we've got some varieties that I didn't expect to see. So we've actually got some really high quality bubble eyes just here and here at Chonko fish farm. Now these I would say are 4 to 5 inches, probably some of the best bubble eyes I've actually ever seen in person, and they're really good size as well. Check out the large bubbles on them. Now obviously they're not everyone's cup of tea, but let me spin the camera around so you can have a close look at them. We've got some red and white bubble eyes in here, just in these small round tanks, probably holding about 250 litres. We got some more red and whites. Some more here. It's quite hard to see with the reflection from the top of the water, but they've got some huge bubbles to them. Just check out that guy. And then we got some whites with orange bubbles. The water's a little bit more still in this pond, so you can see them. And similar to all the other ponds, the water just trickles in, overflows through the middle as well. Really unique variety. Just look at those bubbles on his face. And then we got some more, all sort of red and white. Very strange variety of fancy goldfish. Definitely not everyone's cup of tea, but really unique, interesting fish. And then next to me here we've got some crown pearl scales, I believe otherwise known as Hamanishki. Really high quality as well. I'd say they're 4.5 to 5 inches. Very unique fish. I was surprised actually when I saw these, because I really didn't think we would see this variety. Then as we go a bit further down we've got some telescopes as well, so it looks like we've got some different, more unique varieties at this fish farm. I was expecting to see maybe some more Oranda and just ranchu here, but it is nice to see that they are breeding other different varieties. So we're just at the edge of the farm, as you can see here, and then it just pans around. We've got loads of ponds over there. Some more bubble eyes, lots of bubble eyes in these. It's really interesting to see as well that they don't have too many fish per tank. We're only holding about 5 fish in each of the tanks. And then further on we've got some more Hamanishki, some crown pearl scales, really superb quality. Just check out those guys, superb fish. These are all real calico fish. Generally calicos, I would say, aren't as common in Hamanishkis. And then as we go round, we've got a few more short-bodied Oranda, slightly longer tails than most of the ones that we've seen so far. I'd say the water's a little bit green as well, but that's probably just due to the sunlight. Obviously we've got a bit of netting and coverage over the top, but generally it's just due to the sunlight covering these ponds, and while they're going a little bit green from that algae. So that's this side of the farm. Let's head over to the other side and take a look at some of the ranchu and Oranda. Just behind me, they've picked out a few really stunning calico and cow style ranchus. So in just a moment, we're going to head over there, check them out and see what fish they've picked up.
Look at that. Huge, good body.
Oh, that's really good. Very good. Really strong back, small tail as well.
Yeah.
Really big body, long body.
Unique color. And my cow. Look at that.
Wow, superb. That's really nice. So just moving round the farm here, and there's more of the smaller size fish. So I'd say most of these fish are about 2 inches, 2.5 inches. So let's take a look along this row and have a look at some of the fish they've got down here. So you can see we've got some short tail Oranda and more short tail Oranda. I would say there's probably about 50 pieces in these ponds. You can see they're a little bit more discoloured because we've got a slower flow rate going through them, which then obviously overflows down those pipes. So we've also got some smaller Oranda. These are all really short tail, and so far on our trip to Thailand we've only really seen some more of the short tail Oranda. It seems like the longer tails aren't quite as popular. Very hard to see those guys there, but we've got some Chiba and looks like Kirin short tail Oranda. Slightly clearer water here, some really nice calico short tail Oranda. We've got only a few pieces in this pond. Really nice short bodies, stocky bodies. Definitely a new style, new generation of fish rather than the older style with the larger bodies and the larger tails as well. It is really interesting to see how farms produce fish out here and the different styles of fish they keep, and it's definitely interesting to see how the times are changing, and this sort of new stockier style of fish, rounder style with the large tummies on them, is starting to become a lot more popular, and they're going for a lot less of the larger bodied, larger tailed fish. So it looks like the fish here, a little bit more closed up tails potentially. That's quite a nice short tail Oranda there. A little bit sunny in this spot. You can see the shade netting isn't covering the full farm. I'd say we've probably got around 150, 125 ponds at this facility, not all in use. We've got quite a low stocking at this facility. Maybe they've sold out quite a lot of fish because obviously they are selling in internationally, so potentially quite a lot of the fish have already actually been bought up at this farm. For instance, if we go on this side, you can see lots of empty ponds ready for new stock to come in. Right behind me we've got some really high quality Hamanishki, otherwise known as the crown pearl scales, and Jimmy Goldfish right here is helping me out, and he's going to lift a few out for us to look at. So check out, we've got this big balloon head, big wen shape on top, and both of those are white crown pearl scales, and here we've got, I would say, more of a Kirin, potentially calico probably coloration. These guys are around 6 inches in length, very high quality fish, something that you don't often see. Now in the pond next to us we've also got some more crown pearl scales, really good size. You can see in comparison to Jimmy's hands, really nice size fish. These have also got a longer tail on them. We've got sort of short tail there. Some of them are slightly longer tails, in comparison to most of the short-tail fish.
So big.
Wow, check out this one. Just look at the size of Wen on that, and the coloration is absolutely superb. So in all of these ponds, or these little round tanks, we've got loads of different Hamanishkis. I'd say we've got about 4 to 5 in each of the tanks. Very high quality fish, and it's really nice to see some specimen sized crown pearl scales, a variety that's often quite overlooked. So that is the whole tour of Chonko Fish Farm. Quite a few different varieties. We had some Hamanishki, some crown pearl scales, some Ryukin, some koi. We also had the telescope eyes and bubble eyes, and then obviously our standard ranchu and short tail Ryukin. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you've got any questions, let me know down below. But that's all for today's video. Thank you all for watching. Remember to keep those water changers up, and happy fish keeping.